Turning now to our Democracy 2012 coverage. If you are a registered voter in Marion County, you will receive a postcard in the mail this week giving you the location of your polling place.
Pay close attention to it because there's a good chance that the location has changed since the last time you voted. Our TV6 reporter Norma Cox is here with more on what you need to know. Norm?
Well, whatever you do, don't just toss that postcard in the trash without looking at it. There's a good chance that since the last time you cast a ballot, that location changed from, say, the church on the corner to the school down the street. And you could wind up running around next Tuesday, losing time you can't afford.
The lines were long today at the Marion County Clerk's office as people waited to cast early ballots. If you vote early, you only need your government-issued photo ID and your address. You don't need to know the actual place you would have voted on Election Day. Most of these people say they do know. How sure are you of that?
Moderately.
Moderately? Not totally.
Since I haven't voted in Indiana for 10 years.
Do you know where your precinct is, where you vote?
Yes.
Okay. You sure?
Absolutely. It's right down the street from where I live.
But not so fast, says Marion County Clerk Beth White. She's unhappy because the ballot administration changed many locations since the 2011 election because of reasons like building availability or parking. White says about 30% of Marion County residents will have new polling places this year. So if you didn't vote in the primary, and most people didn't, you could be shocked if you show up at the place where you used to vote and find it empty.
They need to know where they're going to vote. Mayor Ballard has changed the polling locations pretty significantly. And if you haven't voted since 2008, it is more likely than not that your polling place is different. And we really want people to know where they're going.
As for early in-person voting, despite these long lines, it's actually down 29% since the last presidential election. White blames the lack of satellite locations.
The last presidential general, of course, was 2008, and in 2008 we had 2 satellite locations that were running at this time in the process. As you know, and we've reported widely, that we don't have satellites because the Republican Party would not agree. So this is the only location for early in-person voting.
Here are several things to remember. No matter how many registered voters live in your home, you will get only one polling place notification per household. And tonight is the deadline for submitting an absentee ballot application. And that doesn't mean it has to be postmarked. It must actually be in the clerk's office. So if you haven't mailed it yet, you might want to hand deliver it. They'll be open in the city-county building until 8. I'm Norman Cox, RTV6.
Very important information to know. Thank you, Norm.